Faz parte do
E aí,
jogo,
Potter?
né? Acontece.
Corta,
Meus amigos.
.321, your main event. Obviously not, didn't end the way we expected, but Ciryl Gane, let's talk about everything up until that point, right? Because it was looking like it was going to turn out to be a great fight, right? The movement in there, you had Tom Aspinall leaking. How did you feel up until that point?
Yeah, it was a beautiful match. It was a beautiful fight. He did well, I did well. We started very well. Unfortunately, it's happening what is happening, so I'm a little bit disappointed. My reaction was, the feeling was a little bit deep because of the striker freeze, because I expected another issue, and because we started very well, also.
When you stuffed that first takedown attempt from him, what was that initial feeling like when you stuffed the first takedown?
We knew that already. We work on this, and we was ready for this. So for us, it's not a surprise. But yeah, now the people know.
The wrestling is there.
Yeah, you know.
The jab, right? The jab was working well in there. It was pretty prevalent. We saw you working from the southpaw stance, circling to the outside, and like I said, Tom Aspinall's nose was bleeding. Like, how comfortable did you feel, because you had your hands down at certain points as well in that first round?
Yeah, the big thing before to start this fight, the one big word, to be present. Like at the very first second to the last, so I was present. So that's why I'm really happy about this performance, even the issue.
Did you guys have a conversation at the end or anything like that before?
No, not too much. What kind of conversation you want to have? Unfortunately, if he say you can't see, it's like that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, brother. But I mean, all respect to you and all props to you. And listen,
Thank you, and sorry also for you guys. Sorry for the fans. Sorry for everybody.
These things happen. These things happen in MMA.
I like your shirt.
Thank you, brother. And I like you, brother. I appreciate it.
It would seem obvious that a rematch is right on the cards. Would you like to just rebook these guys as soon as Tom is able to get back in there?
Yeah. Total pain in the ass, but yes.
Yeah. Have you got any medical update on Tom, or is it still too soon?
He's on his way to the hospital.
It's a bit of a weird question, right? It was ruled a no contest because of an unintentional eye poke. What does it take to make an eye poke intentional, and is there even a way you could ever prove that?
Who the fuck knows? Who gives a shit?
And let's address it, because I'm seeing it all over our chat. I'm seeing it all online. Tom quit. It got dicey out there for him, and he quit. And if it hasn't happened already, John Jones is going to weigh in. This is the guy. For the record, John Jones was offered for the millionth time $30 million to fight this man, and he didn't. You can't claim after the fact, this is the guy, but he's going to spike the football. And there's a cruel irony involved in the fact that Tom doesn't fight John Jones, but still gets eye poked. But this is tough for him. This is the first time in his career where he's not going to be beloved by people, because people are going to accuse him of being a quitter, because they're going to say that the going got tough and he asked for a way out. I think that's absolute hogwash. He got poked in both eyes. It was straight out of the Three Stooges. But whatever I say doesn't matter. Because, Chuck, this is going... I could just see it.
God.
I saw a couple of mentions already. When the going got tough, he bolted, right? That's what people are going to say. That's going to be the takeaway here.
Now that the dust has settled and the verdict is in on who truly reigns supreme between Ciryl Gane and Tom Aspinall, it's time to rewind the tape and see how the experts sized it up. Before fight night, analysts, former champions, and top MMA minds were completely split. Some backed Gane's technical precision, while others swore by Aspinall's explosive all-around power. With the result now locked into UFC history, it's only right to revisit those bold predictions. Among them, Tim Welch stood out for his razor-sharp breakdown. He highlighted how Aspinall's sudden bursts of speed and power often froze opponents before they could even react. Yet, Welch also spotted a subtle vulnerability: Tom's tendency to lift his chin when throwing wild combinations. His analysis was that Gane's smartest path to victory would be to remain composed, survive the early storm, and exploit that opening with sharp counterstrikes. Having seen Gane endure grueling 5-round wars with veterans like Alexander Volkov and Francis Ngannou, Welch believed experience and composure could give him the edge if he could weather Aspinall's dangerous early onslaught.
On people, and they don't even have a chance to respond. He does float his chin a bit. I talked about it in the breakdowns with Tom. He floats his chin a bit. When he starts teeing off on people, that chin goes above the shoulders. Again, Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blades, Sergey Pavlovich, Marcin Tybura, he runs through these guys. He hurts them and he puts them away. Very explosive. It's a 5-round bout. So if Ciryl Gane can take this fight later in the match, he's not going to be used to being there. He's went 5 rounds versus Volkov. He's went 5 rounds versus Francis Ngannou, who again is another hard puncher. Ciryl Gane is 35 years old, 13-2. He's 6'5", 246, shredded. 246 with abs, 6 KOs, 3 submissions, 4 decisions. Ciryl Gane's a southpaw, and this is the thing, he counter punches very well. He'll throw a hard, explosive, fast, no load up right hook, boom, when people come in. He'll sit on his left hand. He's got a fast left hand. He's got good kicks. His key to victory is going to be counterpunching Tom Aspinall, especially even if he gets hurt. Think he gets hurt, Tom Aspinall's going to flurry. He's going to have a chance to counter over the top when Tom Aspinall is floating that.
Tim Welch had also outlined a precise game plan for Tom Aspinall, emphasizing that patience would be the thin line between dominance and disaster. He noted how John Jones neutralized Ciryl Gane by taking him down early, suggesting Aspinall could follow a similar path: stay composed, pick his moments, and avoid charging recklessly. Welch believed Tom's best route to victory was to hurt Gane, drag him to the ground, and control him from half guard, using measured ground and pound to wear him out. He stressed the importance of control over chaos: land a few clean shots, reset, and repeat until Gane broke under pressure. In Welch's eyes, a statement win would have solidified Aspinall's claim to a John Jones superfight, while a close contest might delay that dream. Confident in Tom's discipline, Welch boldly predicted a decisive finish in Aspinall's favor.
The victory, he's got to be patient with it. But he saw how quick John Jones came out there and put Ciryl Gane on his butt. Ciryl Gane got put on his butt by Volkov. Tom Aspinall's game plan is going to be to take him down, but he's going to have to be smart doing it. And if he does hurt Ciryl Gane, he's going to have to be smart when he's flurrying on him, because Ciryl Gane, like I said, counter punches very well. Tom Aspinall's keys to victory: stay patient. When he does hurt him or clip him, take him down to the ground. Get on top of him, wear on him in half guard, stay on top, half guard, damage, 2, 3, 4 shots, back to control. 2, 3, 4 shots, back to control. Wear out Ciryl Gane, take his neck, put him to sleep. A lot of pressure on Tom Aspinall here. A lot of pressure on him. If he makes this a close fight versus Ciryl Gane, I don't know if the John Jones fight will ever happen. If he runs through Ciryl Gane, it potentially could. It could potentially happen, John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. I'm taking Tom Aspinall, gets the finish versus Ciryl Gane. I think he's...
Chael Sonnen approached the matchup from a completely different perspective, focusing less on physical skills and more on mindset. His main concern wasn't Tom Aspinall's ability, it was how success might have changed him. Sonnen spoke about how quickly fame and fortune can distort a fighter's world, turning genuine supporters into opportunists. What impressed him most was Tom's awareness of that reality and his refusal to be blinded by the spotlight. Sonnen never doubted Aspinall's physical talent to defeat Ciryl Gane. His only question was whether Tom truly understood the mental challenge ahead. Once he recognized that focused, grounded mindset, Sonnen's doubts disappeared. Confident and certain, he predicted that Tom Aspinall's composure, humility, and fight IQ would carry him through, leading to a statement victory over Gane.
Is much better. Whose wouldn't it be when you get a phone call and you find out your goal is achieved? I never planned to achieve this goal of world undisputed heavyweight champion. I never planned to achieve that, never fantasized about achieving that over a phone call. But this is what happened to me. I became champion when I picked up a phone and got, right, it's one of these things. But now you're making more money. Now you're doing more interviews. You don't have less leeches around you when you make it. You have a higher form of scumbag leeching on you. Instead of coming up with dirty boots on, he will come up in a three-piece suit with a rented limo outside. He's still getting ready to rob you. And I like that Tom knows it. I like that he's aware. I like that he's not overlooking Ciryl Gane. And I know these are not technical, physical analysis, but I've never questioned Tom's ability to beat Ciryl from a physical standpoint. I've questioned mentally if he understands this is the hardest fight he's ever had. And now that I have my answer, now that my answer is yes, my prediction is very simple. Tom Aspinall